Hello and welcome to a game for StarLadder Season 4 play day 15, if I'm correct. And we're gonna have a game between virtus.pro and the Radiant, but the Radiant are no Tidehunter. So that is gonna be that is we have, as you can see, in all pick mode. Even though we only see the things being picked up by the Radiant team. It's not true. We have an all pick mode because there was a short issue with a reconnect button not appearing for someone that disconnected. So that's why we have a no pick mode. We have got ourselves a game between two teams who are fairly even on the standings. I'm just going to put it up for a second because of course we're going to jump ourselves into the game shortly. No Tidehunter, virtus.pro. If no Tidehunter wins this, they are exactly at the same level as virtus.pro. If virtus.pro would win this, they would be #1 in the rankings, though having, of course, then played 3 more matches than the second and the third place holders. So yeah, let's jump ourselves into the game, see who's playing what. Again, for the people that have already been here for the first part as well. We have got NS playing the Wisp. It will be Tema Wild playing the Templar Assassin. Airman will be on the Lifestealer. Santa on the Bad Rider. And KSI will be playing an Axe who is going to go inside the jungle. So we have got ourselves a dual lane with NS and Airman there. We've got ourselves a mid and a solo side lane with Santa and Tema Wild. Possibly gonna be going there, at least Tema Wild mid and Santa long lane solo. At least that's how I'm expecting it. They are of course looking now inside that dire jungle, see if they can find someone who is trying to ward here, but they won't find anybody because everybody of no Tidehunter is on the bottom half of the map. And even Admiral Bulldog, who is gonna play his signature bounty hunter right now, he is gonna be checking out if they were, for example, trying to do Roshan, but that wasn't the case. So he checked that and he's gonna go towards the top lane, gonna be having his solo lane there, as we have S4 playing the Beastmaster in the middle lane. We have got the Eternal Envy playing the Shadow Demon, who's going to check if he gets lucky with the rune on the bottom lane. Of course, he's going to have to fight it over for with Santa. He should be faster though, unless Santa can get a deny. And 1, 2, no rune. It's going to be tough. It's going to be invisibility for Bounty Hunter. Great rune to have at the start, just to get some free experience and to scout out what you're actually up against without putting yourself in danger or making yourself known. For no Tidehunter, we have got Loda playing his signature Sven, and the last one is Aki, who is going to be playing the Jakiro and will be on the bottom lane. Also picked up some sentry wards to counter ward whatever ward Santa would place, but he doesn't have any wards on him, so that is going to be no wards for him. He's going to be finding the Jakiro, though maybe trying to bait out some wards, for example. But not going to happen. Actually lands an Ice Path just to throw out some harassment, and of course Ice Path is a very cheap ability, and he can just do that, and he's actually forced back all the way. Actually, wow, doing some nice damage there. And Bad Rider already forced to eat some consumables as the sentry ward's already been placed. This is very aggressive on virtus.pro. They really wanna try to kill off this bounty hunter, who now realized he was visible because the creep hit him. In the meantime, it's gonna be, of course, Eternal Envy, the team that loves to control these mid lanes. They love to have no creep wasted in the jungle, and he will try to go for a pull in the mid lane, denying some experience to Tema Wild, who's already getting some harassment here from Templar Assassin. And we have got, of course, S4 already on 4-on-2. I mean, it's not that easy of a lineup for S4 to be at. I mean, Psyblaze will do some damage, but we already see that it's Templar Assassin who is taking the most harassment right now, and S4 trying to juke the Psyblades very skillfully. So it will be interesting to see who's going to be taking this lane, who is going to be getting ahead of this lane. And of course, it's dual lane, in a way, dual lane versus solo lane, so it should be Beastmaster, especially with the experience being denied to Tema Wild Templar Assassin. Lifestealer, in the meantime, 6 for 2 last hits for him. He should be having fairly free farm. We can compare him, of course, to the Sven, who is on the bottom lane. Loda also having free farm because Bad Rider cannot do anything with that Jakiro, just harassing him 24/7. He's gonna try to stack some Ancients, or try to go for the 2-minute rune, but he already found out it was top by his teammates, so he won't be doing that. And it will be Templar Assassin that will pick that up in her bottle, so we'll have a bit of easier time on that lane, as we have got Wisp taking a lot of harassment from that Janata already from Admiral Bulldog. And Spirits will try to hit Bulldog. Oh, nice juke of the Spirits. And there's another Janata. A lot of damage being done here, but he backs off again, knowing he can't do it, and actually forces out a Feather, and the nest is safe once more. As we have got Bad Rider again, they're getting harassed away. He doesn't have any point of experience just yet, and that is something that is just so, it can be so painful. We know, of course, Bad Riders, they are on the long solo lanes for a reason, because they can, I mean, the main thing is that they need to be level 6 stun, landing, dual breath, ice pack. Santa is not going to be able to survive this one, and the first blood goes to Lowdown is Sven, and that is no Tidehunter getting ahead. Santa a bit too overextending after already using his salve and having no more regens, and found out that that was not a good thing to have, as we have got the Templar Assassin being forced to use a regen rune also, because the harassment came on the bottom lane. With Santa TP, middle lane, I mean, Santa TPing in to try and help out still doesn't have any points in experience, not even from this middle lane. But the disruption was there, and the Soul Catcher as well from a level 2 Shadow Demon. But no kill being done. Of course, the level difference is now easily seeable. It's 1 full level difference in this mid lane. So S4 definitely getting ahead, though the last hits are fairly even, only 3 difference, but it is that experience that is going to really hurt the Templar Assassin, because she needs those levels. She needs that level 6/7 to try and go and gank and try to get that map control, as we have constantly just look at the mini-map and see everybody pulling these stacks and getting those stacks going, farming in the jungle, 3 people, of course multiple stuff, and of course we also have the Bat Rider trying to do that in the Radiant jungle. But yeah, that is just something that no Tidehunter is of course known for, just continuously using these creeps to try and get experience and farm without having a hero in the jungle, because that's of course the main difference for this game. Axe is farming in this jungle, and it is gonna be him that's gonna make the difference in experience and gold. And the only question is, can a Shadow Demon and Jakiro, while of course pulling the lanes and trying to keep track on all those creeps that are gonna go down there, can they actually farm as much as that Axe? As Santa is gonna be locked inside an ice pet. Loda coming in as well. Will there be a stun? There should be a stun. He's gonna try to run, though doesn't stun, and also not with the Templar Assassin illusions coming through. They're not even gonna waste their mana on it. Don't wanna risk it anymore, and no mana upon the Jakiro to throw out another dual breath or something, so that stun would have been the only thing that they would have had, and that would not have been enough to try and get a kill, as Aki will try to slow down the creep wave at least, maybe throw out some more harassment up on Santa. There could be a TP in right here now. This is very ballsy from Aki, feeling very secure, even in his, well, between the tier at 1 and tier 2 tower of his enemy, but is now gonna be going away again, gonna be going back towards his lane through the jungle, as we have got Beastmaster and Templar Assassin still at it. Level difference, more than a level difference right now, so this is a level and a bit difference in favor of S4, who is really starting to get ahead. Of course, S4, I mean, as soon as he reaches level 6, he's gonna try to go for a gank. He needs only a couple points of experience, and maybe with that, Admiral Bulldog will be coming there as well. Admiral Bulldog, who hasn't been really getting that much experience just yet. He has been on the top lane for a bit. He's level 3, but he's just wanted to help gank up that team out. But yeah, level 6 still far away for Admiral Bulldog, but we can compare him to Santa, and in that sense, he is doing great, because Santa's not doing all too well. Pops his Firefly, trying to get away, knowing that Loda was going to go for him, and he is going to be able to get away from that one, and no Tidehunter knows it, so they are both back off. In the meantime, here goes the harassment on the mid lane. Can they do it? Do they have a roar? Yes, they do, and there's no refraction up. Axis will fly, and that will be a kill, and Bountress will pick it up, get to level 4 it as well. 500 gold up on him right now. He has got boots, he's got a poor man's shield, and there wasn't even time for Eternal Envy to come out of the jungle to try and get an assist for that one. But that is level 6 Beastmaster, and showing for it as well, with Axe now coming into the mid lane to try and help out. Santa with a haste run as well, still level 3 though, but the experience is going in way of the Radiant team, and the reason why you see it, I mean, it's not that much difference, but the reason why it's not that much is because of that Axe in the jungle. That is a big difference. In Santa, what is he gonna do? He's gonna find Eternal Envy. Can he try and go for that? His haste run is almost running out, and he's fairly close to his opponents. He's gonna go for it though. Here comes S4 as well. Right clicks to go. Disruption. Soul Catcher. And can he fly away? His haste run has run out. Here comes Team Wild as well. They want to go for Eternal Envy. Eternal Envy will be dropping, but as does Santa. And that is 1 for 1. Good trade though for no Tidehunter, as Tame Wild now locked inside enemy territory. Wants to go still for us. For Ice Pad locks him in still. Janada Shuriken tosses, and that is gonna be a kill for the Beastmaster. And that was a dive that was so not worth it. Losing 2 heroes, 2 of their solo lanes for just a support Shadow Demon. That is well worth it for no Tidehunter, and virtus.pro slightly too greedy for a kill right there. Slightly too happy with the haste rune up on that Santa, who is still level 3. Of course, not that ideal. He's still level 3 even. As we have Lifestealer, the one that's supposed to carry the game for virtus.pro. He is going to be played by, he is played by Airman of course, but he is level 7. He's got a Hand of Midas, so that will also help with getting the experience and gold on the side of virtus.pro. But he's doing good. He is doing very good. Of course, he's no Sven. as in he doesn't have that kill on up his sleeve, but he has got most of the last hits. And let's actually switch to net worth, because that's a bit more important right now. And we do see Airman highest up on net worth right now, so that's the difference between the creeps, making the difference for the kills. No longer valid, but Airman will be the one who's supposed to be taking it up against the Sven later on. We're gonna see who's ready first, though. Of course, also for virtus.pro, they really need this Wisp. He is level 6 right now, so we might see to try him and, well, wow, English, I know, it's hard, but we will see him going around rep. In that sense, he's a bit the same as the Beastmaster. As soon as he's level 6, he wants to go for a gank, and he wants to go for it right now, and he wants to go for the middle lane, I would assume, as we have Santa again in a lot of trouble. Blue Breath going through, and that's gonna be Santa dropping for the 3rd time this game, and it will go to the Shadow Demon, getting revenge up on him right now. So no teleport for the Wisp and for the Lifestealer, not worth it. Too much people around here. Bounty Hunter still not level 6, so no track kills just yet for no Tidehunter, but kills nonetheless, and that's always worth it as a TP comes in from the Beastmaster on this middle lane. Will there be more? No, it's just the Beastmaster deciding to stop that pushing from happening. Access will fly through to do just that. Wisp and Lifestealer, will they go somewhere? I hope they will, because that's the thing that they need to try and turn the tables. There is now a track up on the Bounty Hunter if he wants to use it, if there are going to be any kills again in this middle lane. We've got Beastmaster coming from the side. He has got his roar up. He's also got a Medallion of Courage up on himself. Might be trying to go for an early Roshan, knowing that of course virtus.pro has a lineup that can go for early Roshan. S4 TP in, open wounds, roar going off on the Wisp. Here comes the axe as well, though, and S4 will be the one to drop, and that's still very low, but no follow-up and no help from his teammates, and S will be safe. And Bounty Hunter just could do nothing but just stand by and watch as there were five heroes in that middle lane trying to take down S4. That was a really they really wanted that kill, and of course it's nice to get a kill. Is it worth leaving all the lanes for to try and get that one kill? I am not 100% sure, because they might lose a tower just for that. There is of course fortification, as Santa will try and get denying, but I mean against Loda with his god strength up, that's going to be very difficult, and he indeed picks up the tower, and he has his armlet complete. He has 1600 gold. He is doing amazingly well, and now with the tower gold as well, he is highest up on net worth. So he is definitely pulling ahead, as we do see the gold graph with that tower spiking up towards the 2k. Experience graph still fairly even, especially with that last kill. Of course, if you kill off heroes that are higher level than you, and of course this Beastmaster is level 8 right now, so it's very high level, but then you get more experience, so that's why we see the experience being fairly even though the kills are of course 3 differences. We have 3 heroes on the bottom lane. Track goes off, stun as well, Ice Path, and that's gonna be Santa going down for the 4th time this game, as Bounty Hunter picks up the kill, and that was a track kill. So that was the track going the way of 3 heroes for no Tidehunter, as the bottle is actually picked up by Bounty Hunter. Fairly late bottle, but he just wants to make sure that he gets that bottle room control, while S4 is continue to defend the bottom lane. Not really wanting to ruin that much anymore, I guess, in a way. And of course, keep your gold up, keep your mana up, because the Bounty Hunter is a fairly mana-deprived hero if he just continuously finds kills, because of course it's 70 mana to try and get a track off, and he only has 325, so that is not really that that ideal. Yeah, bottle is a very useful item up on that Bounty Hunter. As Santa, still not level 6. Yes, he died 4 times. He is really in a bad position right now, but as he gets level 6, he will be able to do something. Just like the Wisp, he's a hero that with level 6, he can start contributing a lot more to the fights and try to pick up some heroes. Of course, if you think about a Pet Rider, you also think about him wanting to have a Blink Dagger. That's going to be some time away. As a trap lands on the Beastmaster, also got a Battle Hunger up on him. There goes the Berserker Skull, open wounds, S4 disruption, trying to save his life. Soul Catcher, Ice Path, Legends are 3, Dual Breath as well, Roar going off. S4 trying to run away from this, as Bounty Hunter still looking for a kill, but the Wisp TP's out and will be gone again, as we have Bulldog going invisible again. No kills being done, while every hero is here apart from Santa right now. Soul Catcher, Lifestealer, can he get away? Has an invisibility rune, runs away from the sentry ward right here. So that's that. Hey, can't I draw on the map? Oh, I can. Sorry. Oh, apparently I can't draw underwater. Sorry, I was confused there for a second, but that is no death being done, and there's so much being used. Even Wisp, I mean, he's very low on HP. He was the one that tried to, well, was able to TP out of there again, with of course his timer ticking down. But so close to getting kills, but none of the teams getting kills. I can't believe that actually happened. So much kill potential. No, and oh, no kills. But yeah, that was 4 versus 5 because of course Santa wasn't there. That, and don't think Loda was there. 4 versus 4. Okay, nah. Could have made a change, could have made a change. We have got Batrider level 6, so he has got his last 2, but no Blink Dagger, and Blink Dagger is still very far away. So that is gonna be something that's gonna hurt them. So basically, if he wants to get out a good last, so it has to be either in a situation that we just saw, like with just a 5-on-5 clash, or if he wants to pick up heroes, he has to have either an invisibility rune, or come up from the high ground and find someone on the lower ground. It has to be really situational, so that is something that Santa will have some issues with, but we'll see how he's gonna deal with it as the time goes by. As we know, Batrider, I mean, right now his priority is just farm up, make sure that his deficit that he had in the start of the game is gonna be no issue for the rest of the game. So he's trying to farm, trying to stay out of trouble, trying to not die. Which is pretty big, because of course there's 6 kills right now on No Tidehunter, and 4 of those are on Santa, with a couple of those, I believe 1 or 2 at least track kills as well, so that is not ideal. Bullock in the meantime, he's having a good game. He's level 7 right now. He's not leveling extremely fast or something, but he has been in 3 kills. He's got 2 of the last hits, and of course those are also track kills, at least one of them is, and that's a lot of gold going towards a bounty hunter. So he doesn't care that he doesn't get that much farm. His farm comes from killing off heroes, and he is looking for that potential. If he finds a Wisp by himself, Wisp might be actually dropping from that. He does carry a dust though, so even if NS would drop, he might just try to grab someone, try to relocate and find someone, and then take it back and try to go for a kill if he still sees him, if he is still there, or just try to dust and hold on long enough for his teammates to get there, as there is also an armlet now up on the Lifestealer. So the biggest difference up on Sven and Lifestealer is that Hand of Midas, level 10 now up on the Lifestealer, with the Sven also level 10. So in that sense, the difference doesn't make that much difference as they TP. They TP bottom, open wounds, Loda, Lasso also, Santa finally getting some help. Here comes Bulldog as well, but he cannot help. He will try to take down the Shurikatas, doesn't hit anymore. He tried to take down the Wiz, not able to do it, so nice ice bet to steal, but Aki in a lot of trouble, gets changed down by Tamar Wild, as the Roar also already used, and now S4 on the way out. It will be Aki that still drops, Bounty Hunter drops to the Lifestealer as well, as it will be S4 that is actually able to stay alive for now, and Lifestealer already back, and Bounty Hunter with his axes able to clear off the Batrider that was hiding in the jungle. And that was a good gank for virtus.pro, and of course, I mean, yes, Bounty Hunter died again, but he did get a kill, and he got the assist for all the kills as well, and the experience, most importantly, experience and the gold and everything like that. So having a okay fight for him, okay fight for virtus.pro. It was kill wise in favor of, or fairly even actually, now 7 for 5. It was, I believe, 5 for 2, 6 for 2 rather. So it is in favor of virtus.pro, picking off a couple of heroes with that with TP as well, and Lifestealer being there for the extra experience. Now level 11 with Sven still level 11, but slightly behind him right now. But yeah, good fight. And Bounty Hunter, for the first time this game, he dies, and that is gonna be sad for him. As I mean, his net worth is okay, but now he's even. I mean, look at the difference between him and Santa. We saw Santa dying 5 times. Bounty Hunter has had a good game, but only died once. And still the gold difference is only like 500/400 gold. That is basically nothing. And that is also with 1 tower in favor for No Tidehunter. As TA picks up an invisibility rune, activates it as well. Gonna try to go for maybe a kill. Nah, uses just a bottle charges, gets a track on her face the moment she shows herself. And is not going to be able to do anything anymore, as Templar Assassin managed to take down, or Templar Assassin Lifestealer managed to take down a tier 1 tower top lane, getting that gold for him. That was the first tower going down on No Tidehunter, nobody contesting that, as the Ancient Stack that was here being managed by Eternal Envy was taken down by Loda. So extra gold for him as he's now level 12, and he's building towards the Mask of Madness. And he'll be very happy when he finally has that. He is, or is it already in a donkey? Could be. No, nah, it's an Ogre Club. It's an Ogre Club, so instead of going for a Mask of Madness, he is going for a Minstrel Hammer, and a Minstrel Hammer over picking up the Ogre Club for the PKB, which is what I'm assuming he will get. Is not something that you see every day. So interesting build here by Loda, but you know, for now they are winning fights. He has only died once, and he's been fairly left alone to farm. Of course, just now he got ganked on the bottom lane by by 3 heroes, but he is being okay. He's not in fight just yet, and he doesn't really want to be, so he's okay. Even though he's now pushing down the mid lane, probably trying to go for the last hit for this tower, as we have got all 5 heroes here from No Tidehunter, and they find someone. Ice Path, KSI, Axe, who we haven't seen that much of just yet, and just Sven picks up the kill with his Stormhammer. And a track kill that was as well, and a track kill for all 5 heroes of No Tidehunter. We have, of course, now got the Ogre Club up on him, so that one didn't take that long. As, well, BKB is going to be next then, indeed. Tower will drop probably as well. I don't think that virtus.pro can do anything against that. And yeah, the Axe. We haven't really seen that much of him. He, of course, had a assist in trying to kill off someone that died here. I think it was S4 that died there, with having 5 heroes being used for that. Axe was around there as well. And he has been okay with farming, but, I mean, look at that. He has been a jungle hero. He's got 1900 gold. Sorry, 4k gold. He has something in his career. Blink Dagger. There we go. Thank you, KSI, for proving my point. So I was indeed expecting him to have a bit more. But yeah, that's a Blink Dagger now up on the X. And with that Blink Dagger, he will be having a bit more effect on the game. I hope for virtus.pro, because they need that. As they are trying to find out Roshan, well, decided not to. Blink Dagger also up on Tame My Wild, so he is ready to fight more as well. As normally we see when Templar Assassins have that Blink Dagger, have Phase Boots, they will try to get those kills, try to get those ganks in. And if we look at the lineup for No Tidehunter, Shadow Demon and the Jakiro will be very susceptible to ganks like that. As well as if Bad Rider would get a Blink Dagger, which, I mean, I hope for Santa that at some point he will get that. Then, I mean, even more potential to try and blink in and go for that. And look at the mobility on virtus.pro if that happens. Like, they have got a relocate, a Lifestealer with a Nike's Bomb with, well, possibly 3 blinking heroes. Right now it's still 2, of course, but the mobility is just immense, and they can just jump in and take a team fight and just make sure that Sven only attacks the Axe, for example, with, of course, that Berserker's Call, but we're gonna see if they can get that fight in, if they can get the ganks in, because right now they're not really able to. And to get those ganks in, they would also need some map control. But if you look at the mini-map right now, you see that there are no wards up whatsoever for either team. So also no map control for No Tidehunter, or at least not in the sense of wards. But they are happy to just have load of farm, and when he's ready, they will try to go for something. He does have his BKB and his armlet, and they are gonna go towards the middle lane. There will be a track upon Santa, Janata as well if he wants it. Janata to start it off with. There it goes. There's a track. Firefly straight away. There's a Demonic Purge. Ice Path. Stun. Ice Path doesn't hit, but doesn't matter. Santa still be locked in position, and there he goes. Bounty Hunter picking up the last hit. Track kill for all 5 heroes of No Tidehunter once again, as Santa was by himself on this bottom lane, while everybody else of virtus.pro is on this top lane or in their own jungle, trying to continue to farm up, trying to be ready for when they are actually ready to try and go for ganks. Of course, Wisp has got his relocate up again, but you know, who are you gonna pick up? There is nobody by himself. I mean, that's what you want to have. You want to have someone who's by himself and then just gank him with the Wisp Lifestealer and something else maybe if they want to. But right now it's No Tidehunter that decides, you know what, we're done farming. We've got Mask of Madness, we've got the Black King Bar, we've got Armlet, we're ready to fight. Come find us. Come fight us even. Maybe they're gonna try to take Roshan instead and leave an illusion there just to check out. Santa will be trying to defend that and actually has to run away a bit from the illusions. But it's gonna be Ancients for Loda first. They're still waiting for that fight, and that one big team fight could get the momentum to take down maybe a tier 3 tower, at least a tier 2, maybe otherwise the Roshan who is still up. Hasn't been taken down yet once this game, even though both of these teams have got an okay lineup to take down Roshan. I mean, with the Templar Assassin, with the Lifestealer, you have got minus armor, you've got Lifesteal, you've got a lot. Open wounds, open up on the Internal Enemy, puts a disruption on the cell. BKB activated by Loda. They want to go for KSI. Roar going up on the Lifestealer. It is KSI that drops first. Bounty Hunter picks up NS in the meantime. Lifestealer trying to eat something to try and get his HP back. Will be able to eat up to Jakiro. But that's going to be it. Buyback coming off from the Sven who died there as well. Eternal Envy now dropping steel towards the Lifestealer, which is all started with. Now the Beastmaster drops as well. And the Bounty Hunter, the last one alive for the No Tidehunter team. And now he also drops. That was a team wipe. A team wipe on the side of No Tidehunter. And what a damage virtus.pro can throw out with that. Feather stuns, open wounds, and of course Lifestealer able to stay alive for so long. The roar was used on him, but he didn't go down. They didn't focus him down. They were able to kill off Axe, but Axe is just a fairly tanky hero, so it took them probably a bit longer than expected. But yeah, Lifestealer doing good. He's got a Desolator as well now. He is still on par with the Sven on farm. both fairly even, and with this team fight having won that, they might try to go for Roshan. They have got everybody up again, and this game is only 22 minutes in, so most of the heroes for No Tidehunter are up again as well. So maybe we're going to see them trying to defend it, trying to contest it. But for now, it's only Eternal Envy who's trying to send that through some Shadow Poisons to get some vision, and maybe trying to force virtus.pro back, trying to make them scared, but they are not falling for it, and they will pick up Roshan, and the Aegis will go to the Lifestealer, and Airman, even if he already was hard to kill before, he's now even harder to kill as Loda finds himself a Wisp. Wisp is already dead before the fight starts. KSI is gonna be next. Gold Strength, BKB now gonna turn into Airman. One hit, two hit. Airman drops and Aegis is used. Now Aki trying to run away. Can they go again? They don't have a stun. Not yet. The Roar though. Axe is no longer there, but Loda is locked inside, now gonna be going down as well. X came back actually. That's why I called out X. He goes down again though. Bounty Hunter, invisible, will be able to stay alive for now as Lifestealer still picks up the Jakiro. And it will be the Beastmaster this time that TP's out. Loda's still going down, and he bought back earlier, so he doesn't have a buyback anymore. And X going down twice there as well, I believe. No, X didn't even die. They opened up on him and couldn't get him down. Wow, confusion all around from my side. But it is going to be virtus.pro winning another team fight. Maybe not as convincingly as she thought it might be. I mean, the Aegis still dropped, and Airman dropped like in the split second because he didn't have his rage, and he was doing the macro pyre and everything. But yeah, that's gonna be not so good for No Tidehunter, and they've been looking to be ahead for a long time. But right now, I mean, it's fairly even, still even. Gold grab 1,500 as a tier 1 tower, of course, has dropped, but the towers now therefore are still 1 tower in favor of No Tidehunter. But it is still fairly even, and it's going towards the 0 line again. Experience graph though tells us a whole different story, because of course virtus.pro has been getting most of the kills lately, as it's gonna be Wisp is going to try to bait out something. Here comes the Bad Rider with the Blink Dagger this time. Lasso up on Loda, and Loda cannot stay alive and goes down again for the 3rd time in such a short period of time. Being shot down heavily right now. As I said earlier, virtus.pro was ready to take a fight. No Tidehunter was ready to take a fight, but now virtus.pro, they are ready to take a fight, and they are showing for it, and they're going to go towards a tier 2. Can they continue going? They have no longer the lasso, but they do have traps and infest and basically everything that they want apart from the last 2. Macropyre going to try to slow them down slightly, but it was a bit of a failed Macropyre at that, as the tier 2 tower going to get a rest mid lane, but already is left alone now, as they figured there was a TP incoming from the X, and him himself apparently inspires enough fear to force them back. But the tier 2 tower is going to be going down on the bottom lane, and Lifestealer picks up the gold for that. 5k gold up on him, and they go somewhere. They find S4. Can they have an open wound? They need that vision, they need that speed. S4 gonna try to juke it. There's a Roar up on the Wisp. Wisp goes down. Airman by himself, but we'll still be able to pick S4, and he doesn't really care that Wisp goes down as long as he gets the kills. And he is level 17 right now, highest level in the game, 2 levels higher than the Sven, who was also free farming. So this Lifestealer definitely working out for Airman and for virtus.pro in general, as I mean, proving once again why he's picked up as a counter towards that Sven. Now the tower is definitely in favor of virtus.pro again, with 1 tower in favor. Crit now also up on Temporal Assassin in form of a Chrysalis. So we'll see some more crits coming out of her. As we have Santa, I mean, I said it earlier, I mean, yes, he can be shut down, but when he gets his lasso, he's still a useful hero. Especially now that he has a Blink Dagger as well. He might have died 6 times, but he's definitely made up for it now that he's helped pick off Loda so often already. As we see instantly No Tidehunter, they are being a bit more careful right now, being a bit more scared to farm on the map. Loda will still take down the Ancients, who have been stacked as well. But it will be still No Tidehunter. That is just, I mean, they're a bit at a down foot right now. They need to get those track offs and those pickups. So as soon as virtus.pro groups up with 5, there's nothing really that they can do, and they are going to be going that as well. And as I realize that I have to turn out a notification, so well, be 2 seconds with that, as I just there, that's one that I can do. As well, virtus.pro now Linkosphere up on the Beastmaster, so the Roar, basically the only thing that could shut him down, now no longer is going to take any effect, because the Roar is there, the Linkosphere is there to stop the Roar. So that will be that, as Axe picks up a Vitality booster, so gonna continue on this tanky spree. He's gonna probably go for a heart with that, if he can get it. And virtus.pro sticking together once again. The only one that's not there is a Templar Assassin. But she'll be going towards the bottom lane after defending mid lane probably, as we have the tier 1 tower being taken down in the top lane. That was the last tier 1 tower standing on the map, and no Tidehunter is going to be picking that up as the Aghanim Scepter is up on the Beastmaster. So, well, he has to take care of the Linkers, and there's a lot of stuff that can pop off the Linkers, not just the Roar. If the Shuriken Toss is used before that, or the track, it will still be the Roar that can go off, and that's the most important one, as long as you can get that Roar off to shut him down, to stop him from attacking. But yeah, it is, he's going to be able to throw it a couple of more times, as he does also have, of course, Steel that medallion, of course. Blink in, Santa, he grabs Loda and his BKB, Ice Bat, not gonna hit on anything. Santa already goes down, the Loda turns around, gonna go for KSI, the most tanky hero there. Loda drops, as we do have the rest of No Titles, and now on the way back, S4 getting slowed down by the open wounds. Nice Ice Bath once again. And we will be No Tidehunter running away from this. virtus.pro on the chase though, with that extra speed for that one, as Bounty Hunter still managed to pick up the Ice Path. Not gonna hit on Airman because he is raging, and Aki will drop there, as there is an unstoppable spree on Tamar Wild, who picked up that last hit. And it is Bounty Hunter that's still hanging around there, staying alive. Beastmaster already TP'd towards the bottom lane, and it will be a Shadow Demon who wasn't there already either anymore. So he didn't even go down, he was able to get away from that situation. But again, virtus.pro just looking for those fights and winning them as well, even though the trade was fairly even. It was No Tidehunter that was forced to run away, and it was Sven that went down and not the Lifestealer. Lifestealer was even showing like no signs of battle whatsoever, full on HP, full on mana, and he's got 2700 gold already, and he's gonna go towards the tier 2 tower, top rather. As we're gonna see the Bounty Hunter going towards a BKB, and he's just the recipe for that one. So only about 700 gold to go before he gets that. With Tether, relocate, gonna try to find someone, not finding anybody though. Gonna rather go for the creeps there, as it is Tamar Wild that TP's out, and they know that there should be someone coming back here. And it will be Wisp by himself who will take the fall. Track kill. Oh, Thatter. No. I was gonna say that would be very lucky if he actually got that. But Eternal Envy getting the kill for that. Eternal Envy, who's got Tranquil Boots, has been trying to keep up wards all over the map, trying to get that control. But other than that, doesn't really have that much as we have Sven picking up Chrysalis as well, as we are used to seeing. We do have now a Basher upon a Lifestealer, so I mean, if you're looking for stuff to go through BKBs, then that's also one to take into consideration. Sven is not going to have a happy time if he gets raged on and he gets attacked by this Lifestealer, which is also why that Roar is going to be more important than anything. If they can get a Roar off, that will be a game changer, but it will all depend on that. And even if they do, I mean, there's a lot of other heroes. If there's a Roar and then a Berserker Skull, you cannot attack the Lifestealer then if you're standing next to him. So it's all going to come down to the micro, to the individual play of the players, which is basically every game, I guess, in a way. But it is a very interesting situation, as it could still go either way. I mean, look at the gold graph; it's so even still. Experience graph though in favor of virtus.pro. We do see him taking the last couple of kills, so that's not really any surprise right there. But it is still going to be able to go either way. We've seen it with Svens, we've seen it with Lifestealers, and it's going to be that, as that was an illusion which they now figure out. But for now, it's going to be patience from both teams. Patience to try and farm up some more, as Batrider picked up a Ghost Scepter, of course. I mean, just now he dropped very fast to that Sven, and if he just pops his Ghost Scepter, then he wouldn't die. As Axe decided to go for a Vanguard rather than for a Heart, of course still going for a tanky build. Templar Assassin finished up her Deadlifts while being slightly ahead of the Sven, who doesn't have that yet. He's of course going to go for that, even though he picked up the Plate Mill, so might be going for some armor before anything else. Roar going off on Wisp, who is here together with Airman. Airpan eating S4 up though, as Wisp drops. Now Bounty Hunter trying to go for that Infest, bashes, S4 still alive but still goes down. Airman picking up the kill, now turning Thermal Bulldog, not going to chase that, knowing that he can go invisible. And that's not just not worth it, so he backs off, as he was also left alone. He's just going to continue farming as he now realizes that there's no creep camp there. Unfortunately for him. In the meantime, bottom lane, last two going on Loda. Is there going to be a stun? Yes, there is. Santa being stunned up. Ghost Scepter is still there, though. If he wants to use it, use it. There's still Demonic Purge. If they want to use it, they don't use it. As Templar Assassin picks up the Shadow Demon already. Ice Path, Dual Breath. Tamar Wild turns on Aki, and melt damage going through. Aki trying to get away, doesn't have the Ghost Scepter, and goes down. Double kill for Tamar Wild. And that's going to be Sven at least able to survive. Loda living, but at what cost, you would say? Or at least someone would say. As, I mean, virtus.pro, they're just making everybody scared. They're just making sure that no Tidehunter feels safe nowhere on the map to try and take farm. As for the People Can Indeed StarLadder match Season 4, a game between virtus.pro and No Tidehunter for 3 points in the rankings. And if No Tidehunter would win these 3 points, they would be on even ground with virtus.pro. If virtus.pro wins this match, they would be on top of the charts for points, as far as points go, for the StarLadder Season 4. Though having played a couple more matches than that, Templar Assassin stuck up on the high ground. But she'll be able to blink away from that one, as that's also the way she came there. She of course wanted to check if there was maybe someone hanging around there, perhaps. I'm not sure. And there she blinks back in. Roshan will be taken down by virtus.pro, and there's nothing that No Tidehunter can do against this. They don't have the manpower, it's just that simple, and of course the speed. I mean, they're not there, so they're just gonna give it up. They're also not getting anything in return apart from time. And maybe some farm as well. Time and farm is what they need. They need to get that Sven bigger, because right now, if he would go for a man fight versus the lifestealer, it would be the lifestealer that wins. And that's not something that you want to see if you're running a Sven in your lineup. So he needs more. He needs that assault cuirass, as the ancients will be taken care of here by Tamar. Well, the virtus.pro being ready to fight again. They're again all 5 of them in the mid lane, and they just they want to go for it, and they can. They can. TPing coming to the mid lane. No Tidehunter. They're gonna defend this. They have got roars. They've got stuns. They've got visions with the honk, of course. Mechanism up on the Jakiro also gonna be useful, although there's a lot of burst damage of course also from virtus.pro, at least well, it's not necessarily burst damage, just a lot of damage at the same time. Not that it's specifically burst damage, it's just a right click from lifestealer that's just so damaging. The burst damage from the Templar Assassin of course still there. And are they gonna go for it? It is right now, it's waiting for the team that makes the first mistake. Basically, or virtus.pro thinks they're strong enough and just run into it and just go for a 5-on-5 head-on clash. Or they are going to be trying to wait until No Tidehunter sees an opportunity, or think they see an opportunity to go for something. But they back off. And they of course got a lot of mobility. They can just blink in and start the fight. But they don't want to. They see that it's not in their favor just yet. Lifestealer jumped in the Bat Rider, so this is going to be a Nyx bomb. It is still virtus.pro that's hanging around here, trying to see if No Tidehunter wants to go for something, and they do. It is going to be the Bounty Hunter that shows himself already, the Hawk also being there. He's going to be invisible shortly, and now everybody backs off again, seeing that virtus.pro comes back towards the lane once again. And here comes the Bat Rider, pops his, oh, X-Fly, that's already going down. Loda, can he stay alive? Last 2, and he is in the disruption, helping him to stay alive for now. As Bulldog also has BKB popped. KSI looking for a target. It will be Sven that still goes down to the TA. Now S4 on the way out. Nice ice bat. Dual breath to go through, but they don't have the damage anymore with Sven down. And now he buys back, but is it going to be in time? Templar Assassin will still have her Aegis popped. Buyback comes off. Randall Bulldog. Nice ice bat on the lifestealer. Lincoln's already stopped the Soul Catcher, or something was stopped. It could have been also the Demonic Purge. It was not that actually. His lifestealer that will still be going down here. There's so much they can pop the Lincolns here, but it was unsure to see what that was. But that is 4 heroes down on virtus.pro, and those buybacks worth it. Sven and Bounty Hunter bought back in that fight, of course. I mean, no BKB anymore for Loda during the second half of that fight, but that wasn't needed. That wasn't needed, and they take the fight, and they could go for the tier 2 tower now as well. Doubt they're gonna get more. There is a buyback ready upon the lifestealer if he wants to use it, but at least No Tidehunter has a chance to force it out, perhaps. As we're gonna see Beastmaster with the roar up again, and Bounty Hunter trying to look for maybe a target that's running astray, maybe try to go for the last tier 2 tower, getting more gold up for their team, and they're not gonna force out the buyback, they're just gonna back off after the tower, and let's see if they're gonna be able to get this tower as well. They will be helped soon as well by the Jakiro, of course has that liquid fire to help take down towers a bit more fast, but I don't think it's gonna be needed at all. It's gonna be a tower that drops to the Beastmaster, so more gold for him, as he's now got 3,900 gold, could be picking up a BKB if he wants to, if he wants that, though of course, I mean, there's a lot that that virtus.pro has against that BKB, both the Basher and the Lasso, so we'll see what he wants to go for, as we'll probably find out sooner or later. But so far, I mean, this tier 2 tower actually still stands. It is in the nigh range if they want to do that, but for now, No Tidehunter, I mean, they took it back. Experience graph, or gold graph, this is bam, back towards the 0 line. Experience graph not as big of a difference. That's of course because, I mean, there were still a lot of deaths on the Radiant side as well, just they had the buybacks and they were close to their base, so virtus.pro a bit at the downside right there, but experience graph still dropping a bit more in favor of No Tidehunter, as we have got the Bounty Hunter gonna pick up a Basher as well by the looks of it. gonna try to do something. I mean, that's something again that you can do against a lifestealer. He might not have a BKB, but he has a built-in BKB, and that might even be better. So it will be a lifestealer that will be bashed if of course Bounty Hunter can attack him often enough. And Bounty Hunter, not really a hero known for his super fast attack speed, so he has to be lucky with that. As we have a fight going on in the middle lane, there's a stun going off, disruption up on Loda to try and save his life. Soul Catcher up on Tamer Wild, but Loda still goes down to KSI. Ice Pad locks in Tamer Wild, and here comes the Wisp also with NS, with Airman. They go for the tower, they get the tower, and this time Sven does not have buyback, and he is already down. Can they defend this? That is the question. Takiro buys back after they're going down. Traps going off left and right. But at virtus.pro, they feel like they're in advantage, and they are at the advantage, especially with Sven going down. Ice Path doing what it can, trying to slow down virtus.pro, trying to wait 50 seconds. All they have to hold out for before that Sven is back. There is already Macropyre laid down. virtus.pro actually backing off slightly. As I mean, Edward Bulldog both and S4. Both of those are not in their base. Ice Path gonna lock in 3 as well. I mean, this Jakiro is doing everything single-handedly. Now they go for the tower, and they get it as well. Airman picking that one up, 5200 gold in his inventory, as the melee barracks will drop shortly after, as well as the range barracks, of course. And that is one set of wrecks down, and they will back off and go for the rest another day. They normally would go for Roshan, but that is, of course, still down, so they won't go for that. Maybe go for some Ancients, maybe go for the last tier 2 tower still standing on the side of no Tidehunter, which is also the last tier 2 tower standing, like in general. And of course Sven will try to continue to farm, because he needs that buyback. He just needs that buyback for the next team fight again. He does not have the gold, he doesn't have the cooldown. Actually, he has got the gold by the looks of it. Yeah, he has, but he doesn't have the cooldown, and now he doesn't have the gold anymore because there is a recipe for the Assault Cuirass. Is the rest already on the courier, you'd ask? There is a Hyperstone, but he needs the 500 gold for the other armor item. 550 gold. He's almost has that complete, and actually with this quick waves he should have that. And that is indeed gotta be his Assault Cuirass complete. So let's see if he drops as fast next fight. He went all in, so no buybacks for him at all. We have KSI in the meantime. He's also going to go for an Assault Cuirass by the looks of it. Picked up a plate mill. Might still go for a Sheever's guard, but I'm not really sure if that's what he wants. I mean, so many BKBs already. I'm not sure if that's really the item that he wants to go for. Of course, now also the Butterfly up on Templar Assassin, so evasion up on him, and no MKB of some sort on the Radiant side. So that's going to be something that they have to try and fix. Have to try and well, farm, but will they be given the time? Will they be given the time? virtus.pro, they're gonna look for more. They're gonna look for more action. They're gonna smoke up. And look at No Tidehunter. They're still, I mean, they don't want to be caught out. They're ready to fight right now, and they don't want to be fighting 4 on 5. I don't blame them, obviously. But they are just sticking together inside their base, making sure that virtus.pro is gonna roam around for nothing with that smoke. As they're gonna roam towards the bottom lane. Maybe try and take down the tower. They're gonna have the creep wave with them as well. And they will now show themselves. And that's gonna be everybody of No Tidehunter rotating also. But yeah, virtus.pro not gonna go for this anymore. Don't want to be having a 5 on 5 team fight. Well, No Tidehunter is obviously ready for it. The Basher now indeed complete upon the Bounty Hunter, so he'll have that for the next fight as well. But they went all in. Like, the only two that can buy back right now, as you see on the side, it is the Lifestealer and the Beastmaster. So if Beastmaster died, he can maybe buy back and maybe land another war or something, or a war still if he hadn't done it before. If the fight lasts long enough, 45 seconds. But other than that, it's not that ideal. And he picked up a Ghost Scepter, by the way. Still has 3400 gold. And as we saw just now, it is the Lifestealer that actually, even though he still has buybacks, he still picked up his Abyssal Blade. So more to go through BKB. And that's gonna be a lot of shutdown for Loda there, as he needs that. He needs a buyback. It is just that simple. He's almost got it again though. Like, he's farming okay-ish. Right now, he just needs time. It just needs time. virtus.pro going towards the mid lane, lane that they already have, but might still try to go for it again, or maybe they're just waiting for Roshan. It's going to be 1.5 minutes before Roshan is up once again. As No Tidehunter is a bit more open about where they are going to go. There's no wards up whatsoever for No Tidehunter for either side, apart from for this one in the dire jungle. But obviously nobody is there. Well, they know that there's nobody there. Oh, actually, they smoke up on this top lane. They have got everybody here. Of course, S4 is now standing still. Not going to be with there. He blinks a lot, though. Not sure what his plan was. He's now behind his team. They know that Roshan is up again soon. Maybe they maybe they want to try and fight that one. As virtus.pro also hang around that Roshan pit. And there they are. The sentry ward is there though. If they look here and they see it, and then they will see them. Templar Assassin waiting around. Down Giantu, Shadow Demon right there. Axe. KSI looking for a target. There comes the rest. And there is Edmund Bulldog. One into it. Roar still going off. But that's going to be Edmund Bulldog. He's going to be probably going down. Actually still alive for now. It's the Templar Assassin that is the first one to drop. Loda opening up on KSI. Ghost after being used. And that is the Abyssal Blade. And that is the kill. Sven buys back though. The one that we're waiting for. As we have Eternal Info getting dropped. Airman just turning on the supports. Picking them off one by one. And that is already a double kill for Airman right now. As the rest of No Tidehunter trying to run away. Blink from Santa after Bulldog. But Bulldog will be backing off as well. And will be safe now. But this is Roshan going for virtus.pro. Even with the buyback from the Sven, they cannot try and dispute this. Even though it looks like they might try again. They have a roar again in 8 seconds. Roshan still dies though. TA picking up the Aegis this time. And S4 already TP'd out, and Bulldog as well as Loda backing off again. And then with 2 supports down, it would be a 3-on-5 fight. Not something that you want to be taking. Well, let's see how long they can hold on. If they can actually extend it for 12 seconds before also the Jakiro is back. The Jakiro with his Ice Paths and his Macropyre that are so vital. Of course also to pop off the Refraction with the Macropyre. As well as, I mean, the Ice Path. Even though they don't latch on the BKB target or Lifestealer target, it is still, we have seen it having such an effect. And virtus.pro now backs up knowing that the Jakiro is indeed back up again. Knowing that no Tidehunter would be ready to fight. As we already have KSI back outside that top lane. And even with the Aegis, they don't want to go for it, apparently. Gonna try to win the fight somewhere else. But this game, already 44 minutes, and it's now, I mean, this is definitely looking for virtus.pro in favor for them. With the lane in favor, with the team fights going their way. Unless there's buybacks for no Tidehunter, basically that's the way it goes. But it is them a 20k experience in favor, and if you take a look at that in terms of levels, it is level 24 upon this Lifestealer with 4 levels higher than this Sven, and that's just pretty painful. It is it's just that simple, and they're gonna try to maybe push down the top lane, and indeed decided to go for this tier 2 tower. Last one standing with TPing bottom. Wanna go for someone? Can they find someone? There he is, blink in. That was a 3-man relocate. Loda gonna be the target. Lasso, Abyssal Blade, Basher, Loda gonna try to go for Santa, maybe still alive for now as it's Twist that drops already, and Airman drops as well. Sven still going down, as Santa on the run. Can he go down? Blinks away, should be fine. TP's out, Lifestealer Pie is back. Where is he gonna go? He is just gonna be going towards the mid lane, cannot go anywhere, doesn't have space for a TP score because he got teased. Who he wasn't able to use apparently in the last fight, but that is gonna be a massive victory for no Tidehunter, even though they did of course lose their Sven. And they will now also probably lose Eternal Envy, who's trying to run away with his Ghost Scepter on. It's actually gonna be okay to survive for now. Ghost Scepter, worth your money, apparently indeed. But it is Lifestealer that they killed. They forced out the buyback. And that is definitely worth something. Proved to virtus.pro that they're still able to fight back and that they can't do those shenanigans. They cannot fight it like that, and they will force them to be a bit more predictable, as in to go a bit more where at least virtus.pro can or where no Tidehunter can counter them. As we're gonna see them trying to go for S4, who is slightly overextending here, is gonna try to run away, but he's TPing in by himself. Ice Bat, Ledges on in 2. Can they go for this? Oh, there's no Sven though. There's no Sven here at all. As Bulldog will be able to get away from that one. Roar landing on the Airman as the Macropyre goes over that. Last 2 on Aki though, to the low ground with you melt damage, and that's Aki dropping. Team Wild picking up the last hit. And they will go back again, knowing that Sven is up once more. And they were not in any position to fight. They used the last 2. They used basically almost everything that they had. Well, basically only the last 2 is what they really have that they have to wait for. But with Loda up, it's just too risky. We all know what Svens can do when they get lucky crits. And that's not something that they want to risk. I don't really blame them. 1800 gold up on the X. No new items since the last time we checked, actually. Let's see if what they're gonna do on this bottom lane, because they're gathering up. Wisp there as well. And of course, the Bat Rider around there who picked up a Gem of True Sight, and now a Heaven's Helper as well. That's the one thing that you can do also against this fan. Again, something that you can do against this fan. They already have so much, but they need more. They want more. Heaven's Helper disarms this fan, making sure he can't attack for a short period of time. So also a very, very valuable item. And that's gonna be another help to try and take down No Tidehunter, as they're gonna go towards the tier 3 bottom. Track going off with the tier 3 tower already going down slowly but steadily, not even that slowly, just Take My Wild attacking, but he's got massive attacks. And the fortification wasn't there for the Radiant side, is not there for the Radiant side. And that's the tower going down, Tracks going up. They want to take this fight, but they want to be in favor, as they will need every single hero there. And we're gonna wait and see if they're gonna be forcing the issue. It looks like they are. Bat Rider looking for maybe a blink up in the last week if he can see someone. He doesn't have Warsaw, he doesn't have vision. Now he gets vision with KSI up on there. He can't find anybody, he can't find the targets that he wants. And he of course wants to have the Loda there, but he cannot find it. Ice Pad latches on too. Now maybe No Tidehunter wants to go in. They see KSI, who's still standing here, still very tanky, and there he goes. And they want to go for Aki now, because the disruption is on Loda, trying to keep him alive. Pops his God's Shrine. Roar still going off, up on Airman, as he gets locked inside an Ice Pad as well. There's no Loda attacking him though, not enough damage, and there's a cheese-used Airman still alive, and now No Tidehunter on the run, with Sven already being picked up by the axe. And that wasn't even with Airman there. I mean, Loda and Airman just not hitting each other at all that fight, and still it was Loda that draws buyback from the Bounty Hunter as he goes down. But the melee barracks will still drop. virtus.pro only dropping the Wisp so far, which is not really that big of an issue, apart from that you don't have the overcharge. Ice Pad locks in KSI. Can they go on this? Blink in, blink over the Ice Pad from Take My Wild. Eternal Entry trying to do what he can. There's no Roar yet up for another 9 seconds. Open wounds up on Eki, trying to stay alive. Disruption to help him stay alive. At least Ghost Scepter up on S4. Also helping out Aki. Will be running away. Mechanism being used. In the meantime though, will they care about hero kills, or will they just care about the tower? They will care at least about Admiral Bulldog, who goes down for the second time. And that is going to be no buyback for him, as we do have the tier 3 tower now also being harassed, and they will be getting this down. Axe still dropped in the meantime. Wisp though picking Axe up again, or at least well, taking someone home with him by the looks of it. Or just came back after dying. He will be back again shortly. Well, back to his base again shortly. Open wounds again on Aki, and this time Disruption again saving his life. Will he go down this time though? Damage? Yes, he will. Take My Wild picking up the kill as the barracks drop, and this is the last range barrack that will drop, with virtus.pro just total dominance over this fight. Just making sure that everybody gets shut down. And Loda has no chance of attacking. Roar going off on Take My Wild. Access flies through. Santa still alive, still very low HP, but still able to do his part. Lifestealer goes down to Sven though. He got a triple kill with that crit. But they don't have any barracks anymore. No Tidehunter though, not giving up. Santa able to back away. This is a new one. It was only Santa is the only one that didn't die in that fight. Axe still able to pick up the Shadow Demon there, but yeah, the GG is cold, because Mega Creeps is gonna be the case, and it will be virtus.pro that picks up the 3 points that were up for grabs here, which means that they will have 21 points. And with 21 points, they are on top of the rankings for StarLadder. And that is going to be the GG, with still 18 points for, or 15 points rather, for No Tidehunter in the rankings for StarLadder Season 4. We're going to have another game coming up shortly. It's going to be another one with No Tidehunter. This time they're going to be up against El Pride, the team that's also fairly high up on those rankings. We're going to see how high in a moment's time, as we're waiting for the throne to go down, but it will take a while, because S4 is still in the game. Basically, we have to either wait for him to leave, or for someone to, well, the creeps rather, to attack this tower, as Wisp and Lifestealer are still in the game for virtus.pro, and now they have the Beastmaster disconnecting, so now we'll have the throne exploding. So my name is Sheever, I am a Ghost of Gamers caster. If you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, and that's very nice of you to do that. We're going to have another game coming up in a moment, another StarLadder match, another one with No Tidehunter, like I said, No Tidehunter versus El Pride. And we'll let you see the end screen for a short while before jumping into that game. Which is back now. There we go. Any surprises that we didn't see yet? I don't think so. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll be having another game coming up in a moment. Don't go anywhere. More Dota 2 coming up.